Like many of us watch fans, I'm also very much into my cars. This automatically means that I'm a huge fan of old Top Gear. When Travis of RZE told me he was lending me a pink version of his refreshed Resolute range, I was immediately reminded of a very funny episode where Richard Hammond test drove a pink Nissan Micra convertible. Long story short, the only way he would drive that car through his hometown was with a paper bag donned over his head to avoid anyone recognizing who was at the wheel. The car was unceremoniously dumped at the roadside eventually. When the pink Resolute arrived, it was attached to this white canvas strap, which was a further step into a territory where I would not normally venture, ever. Much head scratching ensued, and a trip to my strap box had me test various options. That is until I put it on, gave it a chance, and realized that, you know what, it looks much better on the wrist than I first suspected. So for my ultimate test, would I wear this around the town where I live, far west of Melbourne? A town full of pickup trucks and blue-collar workers? Well, if this video is live now, I've avoided a beating and the answer should be yes. So would I recommend pre-ordering this model? Let's find out. At this point in my videos, I normally nag you to please consider a like and subscribe. And today is no different. It means a lot to me in my small channel, and it's a small thing you can do to help me bring more reviews of unique watches. So thank you so much in advance. So the color pink. It wasn't always considered a girly color. Back in the day, it was a color derivative of the color red, which was closely associated with soldiers and war. In short, pink was the color for men from the mid-1700s all the way through the mid-last century. But ultimately, who cares, right? Today we can wear any color we like, perhaps even to the local Aussie pub. So let's get stuck into this dial. The shade here is called the candy pink, and it's a light flowery pink, which is a color that's difficult to get right when photographing and filming. If you're considering buying one, the pictures on the website illustrates this. I'd say the closest one to the real life watch is the picture with the watch attached to the bracelet. Of course, you can also get it in grey, yellow, forest green, and even what looks like a lime green full lume dial. Either way, it's a lovely shade and one I could get behind. I'd never go anywhere near a super bright saturated pink, but this one is just fine. The applied indices are all white and part of a new design language with RZE, with its large Arabics at the 3, 6 and 9 position. It's a good classic look that's been used in other timeless watches, and it works nicely in this angular case, which we'll go into shortly. The AR coating on the crystal is excellent, and I'd go so far as saying market leading. The fence post hands are a good stylistic choice with enough lume applied. Initially, I looked at this seconds hand and wondered why it's so long, but I've come to appreciate this choice. It's slender, almost needle-like, and the lume lollipop counterweight is easy to see in the dark. The minute track, logo and water resistance rating is all printed black, but raised on bevels in the same pink color as the dial. It looks good, but I would be curious to see how it would look in a dark shade of grey rather than black. Perhaps that would be too much of a contrast from the other watches, but I've always liked the grey and pink combination, which obviously works with the grey case. Maybe that would make the entire watch a little too subtle. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. The case and crown takes us back to solid RZE territory once again. The crown is incredibly grippy and has a custom reverse engraved logo that is thick enough to be read through your fingertips alone. Ever so slight crown guards ensures it's protected against knocks. The RZE cases are one of the brand's strongest selling points. The angular cases are full of angles and sharp lines that wouldn't be out of place in any of the new breed EV vehicles slowly being released to the masses. In use is solid titanium, which means every RZE watch you pick up is far lighter than what your mind prepares your hand for. The dimensions are 40mm case width, 10.5 case thickness, 46mm lug to lug, and 20mm lug width. The weight is a featherweight 60 grams with no bracelet or strap attached. Some people feel titanium is too light. I'm not one of those. I don't need to feel heft on my wrist. The lighter, the better. One real-world problem with titanium is that it's easy to scratch. Something that was a small issue on my Tudor Pelagos that I've also reviewed on my channel. RZE applied what they call their Ultra Hex coating, which takes it up to 1200 vickers in hardness. That's around 4 times tougher than most stainless steel watches, so it should hold up very well to everyday wear. You certainly get an impressive amount of technology here for what is objectively in the watch world not a lot of money. Flipping the watch over, we find the usual spec sheet printed on the screw-down titanium caseback. Further impressive technology here is the Vuitton gasket that ensures that this is one watch that will stay dry, regardless of your splashing around the pool at the cocktail party. Behind the caseback, we find the Miyota 90S5, which is often used in watches that show off part of the movement on the front dial. It hacks hand winds with a power reserve of around 42 hours. I have not measured accuracy on this one, but it is conservatively rated to plus or minus 10 to 30 seconds per day. But you are likely to get better figures than that in my experience. So this canvas strap. In short, I don't like it when it's off my wrist, but I like it when it's on. It's extremely well made with rivets to enforce the holes. The sign buckle is solid and the leather backing is comfortable on the skin. I recently returned from a 10-day trip to Indonesia and I think the whole combination looks great on slightly tanned skin. Ask me again 3 months into the southern Australian winter and I may feel differently. If you're blessed with dark skin, then it will always look good on you. You've already made your mind up anyway if you're going to embrace this combination. So all you need to hear from me is that it's a very high quality strap that will last you for a long time. As with all RZE watches, the lume is very good, and I'll let you check it out for yourself here. This is my first venture into the RZE brand and I've come away impressed. The lineup of models in their stable is impressive and fantastic value for money. I have followed the brand since conception, and the many reviews on YouTube tells the same story. You cannot go wrong with any of the RZE watches. So what of this Resolute candy pink then? Can I wear it with no brown bag over my head? Much like my Halier Seaforth with its pastel blue color, it's impossible not to smile looking down on your wrist. To me, it's a solid summer and/or tropical weather watch. I like the canvas combination, but if I was buying one, I'd get the bracelet since it's slightly more versatile. Can you justify a summer or happy mood only watch? I think at US $539 you probably can, especially since that includes 2 years warranty and free shipping worldwide. You even have the option for a carbon neutral order, which I'd love to see more of from other brands. So go on, go look pretty in pink. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.